That apple cider, I wanted to make that cold this time. That's gonna be nice. The apple cider, you know, I usually will heat it up, but there are times I've had it cold and it's just kind of a different experience. The same thing applies if you ever have the pleasure of being able to enjoy a 1989 Rafco freeze-dried ration cold weather fruit soup. You can have it hot or cold. I've had that both ways. What is the fruit soup like? Sadly, and raspberry fruit soup. And you guys might get a chance. I'm supposed to be getting one of each from a friend overseas. He's a really cool guy. I don't want to give his name out because, well, that just wouldn't be right. Anyway, but he has some. When I know they're brittle, I try and keep them in the pack because I actually collect those. But I have like 9 of them that are brittle powdered M&Ms, but it's the vintage packaging. And you never know, one day something like that could be worth money. Guys, old candy, I'm serious, it's worth money. We're mixing that. I can smell the cinnamon and it smells pleasant. I could go for it. And hopefully that'll be sufficient. And maybe that's why you want to use hot water, because this kind of stuff does not mix up all too well. Well, also because I'm not using the right part of the spoon. That's going to take a moment to fully mix up. These are like the strongest spoons. Sure beats a Lithuanian ration spoon. No offense to Lithuania or anything, but let's get this nice and stirred up in some hot water. Let's see if that'll even... Yeah, it's breaking up quite nicely. There'll be some lightly sweetened hot tea in no time, which is something I could use right about now. Let's give the hot chocolate a taste. And as we're stirring that, let's check out the accessory packet, see what's going on with it. How weird that is, it just separates, I don't get it. You know. Ah, now that is overpowering the aroma of the cheese, thankfully for me. I'm enjoying myself now. That will be enjoyed with the chocolate covered cookie and the pork patty. Nice. For eating it. I thought I ate the worst thing ever eaten yesterday when I ate chocolate pellets from 1945. That was like a decadent treat compared to this monstrosity over here, right next to us too. Look how sad he is. Anyways, yeah. See this? That's the way to do your... They don't give you sugar or creamer for it. So I'm assuming this is some nice smooth coffee. This is how they're gonna give it to you. Picking up that. It just smells like oniony chicken broth. With some like chives or something. Like seriously, that's what it smells like. Oh jeez. Just something about it. Ugh. Don't feel so swift. What is that? Oh, jeez, is that? I don't know what that is. Alright. Army Mochaccino. Yeah, here we go. This is the way to do it. Nice. Let's try it without that and then add that in a second. This is like super old school Army mocha. I mean, it's clumping together like crazy because the water's not hot. But who cares about that? We're just gonna rough it. This is the way to get. Oh my gosh, look how it clumped up. It looks funny. Yeah, here we go. Let's just keep stirring. Hey, look, the oldest coffee ever drank. Has anybody drank any coffee older than 65 years old? I don't know. Especially with some weird chocolate bits thrown in there. It's got it's sweet. It has a little teeny bit of a chocolate flavor to it. You gotta stir this like crazy. Ooh, when those little granules burst, tastes strong. Oh man, that is good coffee. No way. Like, this is awesome. Alright, but let's just do it anyway. Look how all that mixes weird together. Like, oh well, we'll live, I hope. Yeah, like... Alright, so who else thinks this is kind of crazy? Like, everything in here was still perfectly good. Oh, that stuff clumps up. Oh, that's always fun. Brings out a nice aroma instantly. Like, you can just smell this, like, ooh, going on. It's pretty cool. Yeah, nothing quite like it. Hopefully it's fully drinkable. I don't want to just take a couple sips and say, oh, it tastes weird. You know, I hate when that happens. Like that chocolate disc there, that fudge bar thing. I feel like eating the whole thing. I don't know why. Even though it tastes weird, and I know it's probably going to cause me problems later. See, I try to shy away from... You guys ask me, hey, how's it going later? Well, usually I'm doing quite alright. But in that case down there, that thing, with that sorbitol in there, that might not be. Old sorbitol, I don't know what that does. Seems to change over time. Ag albumin, that's albumin, or however you pronounce it. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. But that goes without saying. I mean, look at me. Alright, let's do... When you drink like half the thing and... Oh, dude. It's super good. I don't know how. Yeah, it's just gotta mix in. And you gotta use hot water, otherwise it won't mix up properly. You just gotta vigorously stir this up. Then we'll kind of let it settle for a little bit. Yeah, it's just clumped up and... Yeah, that's kind of a shame. Let's see if that fixes itself. Let's hope. Hey, looks alright. So, like, you just stir this up. Now remember, with these beverage-based powders, I mean, it's the same story nowadays. You use cold water, they'll clump up, they won't mix properly. You use lukewarm water, you're good to go. It's not like it makes it any less palatable. It actually goes down easier. And when you're out in the field, that's more efficient anyway. You don't need to be drinking a bunch of cold water. Give you cramps. Yeah, so I mean, it's mixing up just fine. Looking good. Alright, so like, you see how there's like bits that aren't... This is with hot water too. It's not fully doing its thing, reconstituting or, you know, or mixing. Good deal. Just do it up. Oh, and I'm not stirring it with that, so I'll just use the end of this spoon. Because in this spoon still has coffee from some other sea ration or something from a few weeks ago. Whoops. Just sitting there. I'm gonna go classic with the coffee. This is how I like it anyway. Very crisp. Going Army Mochaccino. Boy, that sugar really does not want to mix in there. This thing's almost like you'd want to have it as a hot drink. Because, I mean, look at that. You'd really have to stir away. Like, drop it in the canteen and shake it. Like, this is such a rare MRE delicacy right here. Definitely the most uncommon item in this list. It gets thick and pulpy almost, like a fruit pectin mixed with Kool-Aid. Look at that. We meet again. After 5 years of looking around for these, finally get to try it out again. Look at that, it's kind of thick. Now let's check out raspberry. Has more of a brown appearance to it. Ooh, wow, look at that. I've had this in hot water before. It's pretty good. Also had it in cold. But it mixes and tastes best with lukewarm water. Has a very natural, almost like raspberry applesauce kind of flavor to it. And I'm going to hold off on that creamer and just go with this. Oh yeah. RE spoon. Get this all mixed up while that water is still pretty good and hot. 73 or so years old. 72, 73. Not bad at all. You know, with this cracker. Not bad. All is reconstituted pretty well. Has a nice caramel color to it. Smells like raspberry, black tea. That has such a nice, and I can actually smell that stuff from here. It smells like cheap orange juice. Kind of like it. Like some really interesting from concentrate frozen orange juice or something. Let's check out this coffee. Spread is just, that's one of the best things I've ever eaten in a ration. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be like rancid or something. But then again, I've eaten 61-year-old peanut butter, so I really never know what to expect. Ooh, yeah, there we go. We'll just kind of wisp it with this fork here. And since this ration didn't come with its own spoon, of course I'm going to use the standard MRE spoon as a substitute. You know, B vitamins, electrolytes. I mean, it's a nice addition to the ration. And I'm curious to see what flavor it is, or at least was, you know, about 18 years ago when this was made. And its expiration was only 2 years after its production, so I can't expect this thing to really be in any sort of excellent condition, considering that. It's kind of a bland, sweet, maybe lychee flavor or something. It kind of looks like lemonade, but it doesn't have any odor really, other than just a lighter version of that kind of weird, off-putting vitamin smell. Sucralose or stevia extract. Alright, let's get that coffee stirred up. That one just doesn't seem, I mean, so good with these fruit drinks. This is better than the beverage-based mixes in regular I've ever had. I mean, it doesn't taste artificial. Let's try this pink. Definitely stir this first. Look at the little bits, like, floating around in there at the bottom. Not even little bits, like huge chunks. That's not mixing all that well. Yeah, let's try it. On the top, let's mix it with some dirty spoon here. That's the way to go. It always had that weird dark purple color. Now grape has like a blue color. And if you check out like G Schultz, man, I was looking at one of his videos recently, and it's like the grape drink. It's like, it's so blue now. Like, look how it used to be. Half beef, half soy protein concentrate. So, yeah, IMP beef jerky, not the worst thing. Still, far from the biltong in, say, a modern UK operational wrap. The creamer barely even lightens it. Doesn't seem to mix in very well either. Yep. No big deal. Look at that nice little foam on the top of it. That's decent. Can never recommend to anybody to ever eat it in the pouch, but I just wanted to see what this looks like. Just has a very standard, you know, kind of raspberry tea look to it. Bet this could mix out to a liter horribly. It's kind of weird. Maybe it'll have to soak. I'll have to stir it up a little bit. That's some strong looking tea. How it's looking with that sweetened condensed milk. Just put a little bit in there. Oh wow, that is just, this is the coolest ration experience. I mean, I've never thought, this is definitely one of those rare treats. Oh yeah, perfectly smooth. Look at that. That coffee looks pretty good. We're gonna check out that date. It doesn't come with a spoon either. No big deal. I want to check out this coffee first. That's actually, considering the amount of water I put in, that's still very bold. That has a really nice grape cherry kind of smell to it. Oh yes, there you go. Bold dark roast. This really gives you that true appreciation of the actual quality of that coffee. The unique and delectable flavor. This is a really good electrolyte beverage base. This drink would definitely replenish your electrolytes after a long day. That's looking just right. Wow. That's emanating this very rich milk. It actually has a slight malt kind of flavor. I don't know what that is. There's a certain dynamic to this. Very rich, very sweet. This is awesome. Alright, check out these. Paper test it too much. A definite vintage plastic spoon. Can't miss it in the dark. These little cheese balls floating around there. Chocolate settled at the bottom already. This is an interesting ration. Flex and Mince's 5. Mince's 5 just tastes like a standard mocha drink. Like Army Mochaccino all in one, which is really Look at the fat separation. Oh yeah. Soup fest. Oh yeah, that's gritty and kind of disturbing in flavor as I get it stirred up. So this soup, getting down to the bottom. Now I feel better. Like, I don't know why, the inner filling, it's the sorbitol and really any of the type 2, composition 2, there's so many different kinds of vintage coffee instant. Stir this up a little bit. Sweet, light chocolate, very creamy. Crayon on this thing practically. It feels so much like just paper. Or packet or something. It doesn't work. It's just a totally different story. You know, it could be a plastic foil lined pack that's sealed. If there's air in it, it brings out that nice caramel undertone to it. I think this will really do the trick. At least I'm hoping. I mean, that coffee over there, it's fine on its own. I mean, it really doesn't need sugar or anything else, but this chocolate drink on its own, I think you need both those packs for a small 6-ounce portion. Yeah, at least it's not some sort of atomic green color. It just looks like some lemonade. Boiled that pouch, that main course, for about look how red it is. That's definitely beet. It smells really good. It has a lightly acidic diner coffee kind of aroma. Check it out, it's strong too. That's not overly watered down coffee. I mean, they give you a huge portion. Gotta whip it. Yeah, no sugar for this. I want to enjoy this for what it is. Wow. This smells fine. I mean, these, I kind of want to pour them into a glass so we can get a better look. This is dissolving quite nicely. Here, I gotta get a sip. Drinking lemonade at the same time as coffee, I think it was, yeah, just really 20 minutes tops. Actually, like probably more like 10 minutes. I had slight stomach cramps. And I think it was from mixing this with the coffee and everything else. I don't think it was from any sort of like see if this stirs up, you know, very well at all or not. Kind of looks like, yeah, you'll be getting those like little lemon bits. It's gonna take a minute. I've seen this kind of thing before, but you know, it's just heavily oxidized. So I'm gonna stir this up and take a few minutes potentially. with room temperature water. I can't even believe this. It tastes normal. There's like no chlorine flavor or any of that. And I've had all sorts of flavors with any of the cocoa discs. I thought they like put chlorine in it for water purification purposes. No, that was just like spoiled. This is not spoiled. This is just fine. I mean, this smells like grain and a little bit of like fish food with cocoa. You know, hot chocolate. You know what? This is kind of like the lemonade that just keeps giving. You could just continue to add water, like probably throughout the day. Too. Oh, this is gonna be great. A super full canteen cup. This is gonna make a perfect hot chocolate. That's the way to do it. Like use 2/3, like 300 milliliters. How about that? You know, 300, 325. When they say 5. Oh, I can smell that from here. Walk back in here and people still wonder why. As milk. Let's see how well the milk stirs back in. I don't know if it does. It might look pretty gross because I put milk in there. If it was just the coffee, I think it would have been fine. But yeah, it was like fat separation. It tastes incredible though. Nice coffee. Okay, so there's so much sugar, which is great. It's very like, you know, real. But the mixing process, it's almost better probably to mix it with hot water. Because look. You would have to just down this, sweet and condensed. Nice. Floating in there, but makes it seem more natural. Well, the sweet's not bad. I'll add that in there too. It'll just sweeten it up, add a little extra lemon flavor, most likely. Look at that. And I'm gonna just keep stirring this until the fruit bar dissolves a little bit, maybe fully. This will be like a lemonade fruit smoothie. I mean, reintroducing a little back in just takes soaking it, I guess. Early 2000s, even those early 80s ones. Real tart. That's what this is. Could mix this in a big 1 liter bottle of water and be good to go. Still would be strong. The 2.4 gram portion of this coffee instant coffee type 1 Canadian. It's great for anything between 6 ounces for a strong cup up to 10 ounces for a nice, like, light roast flavor. 7 or 8 ounces of food coloring. Huh. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this is working. Nice. And this will actually kind of clean off that wrapper. Much needed right now. Look at that nice light coffee. They put a lot of creamer in there. That looks like a nice mug of tea right there. That's not too bad. Okay. Cup. Okay, disc. There's a piece of leak in there. Probably didn't expect it. Finally get out of that pack by this point. Looks like there's a thickening agent, modified food storage. I don't know, but it's a thickened soup that wow, that's mixing up really well. And look at the strength of it. It's really not bad. Check that out. It would have taken a while to stir with cold water in that plastic cup, but you could do it if you needed to. is slightly bitter. And even through all the sugar and the saturated fat content and everything, it's so creamy and actually looks okay. Reasonable strength. Skim milk with a vegetable fat, or no fat at all. Good appearance. Doesn't smell grainy or like bread. Any kind of turned hot chocolate will have a bread, like a stale, grainy, weedy bread, like undertone. You'll know after you smell it enough times. This looks good. And mixing it to a reasonable strength, like 5 or 6 ounces instead of 8, it'll taste better. Take you a minute to stir, but that's about all. Something like this. Get that little clump. Looks like iced tea. Maybe that's normal. I think it's darkened up over time. If there were some silicon and titanium dioxide along with BHA, that wouldn't have happened. Butylated hydroxyanisole. Good bit. And it degrades somewhat easily from various. This stuff's so strong, trust me. Make it a little bit weak and sweet, and it's the best cup of tea you'll ever have. This stuff right here, when you can actually find it, it's really good. There should be 2 or 3 in a 24-hour. It's too decadent. The milk, it's almost like the milk is for an actual milk beverage. I mean, the amount they give you, it's like you could pretty much have a glass of milk. Check that out. I mean, that is actual compressed black tea. This seems to be working okay. We'll come back to that. Has a nice foam to the top. Almost like a latte. Oh yeah, that's gonna be... about right, 6 ounces.